Hello and welcome to Art Beyond the Museums UK edition. I'm Daniel and I'm your host for this part of the series. First of all, I want to talk a quick bit about the series, Art Beyond Museums. To discover this, let's focus on what museums are. Are they places to hold art, to showcase art and then hide them away from the rest of the world? No, museums are places to share art with people. That's why they're there, to get a collection and share it among the people. So when we're in a situation like we are, a global pandemic, and you can't travel to your favourite museums, you can't travel to your favourite cities, what do? Do we let the art go to waste, get locked away in a cupboard so no one can see? No, we're going to bring the art to you, to people at home. So through this series, we're going to be sharing an incredible collection of artwork from Master Yun Longzhe of Lotus on Water in Singapore, along with various cities around the world, and I'll be here to focus on cities in the UK, including Birmingham, my hometown, where we are today. Just on the outskirts of Birmingham at the moment at Hampton Manor. Hampton Manor is set on a beautiful 45-acre estate, once owned by Sir Robert Peel. It was his son, Frederick, that turned it into this amazing Gothic building that you see behind me. An incredible setting and an incredible location. Focused around food here is actually a hotel, so providing rooms and restaurants. One of the previous episodes, we focused on smoke, which is actually based on the grounds of Hampton Manor. Not only that, they have Peel's, a 1 Michelin star restaurant, and they're opening a new restaurant very soon with the aims of more Michelin stars. A true foodie destination in a beautiful setting. So, let's focus on a bit more about who brought you this series. As I mentioned, it was Master Yun Longzhe of Lotus on Water in Singapore. Now, Master Yun, he's a 6th generation Feng Shui master. So, in 2006, with all his knowledge and experience, he gathered all that and then opened Lotus on Water Art Gallery, which is based in Singapore. Since then, Master Yun has gone strength to strength. The art collection we're looking at today is the first and only ever art exhibition to be based on the Great Wall of China. Not only that, Master Yun has had 14 major art exhibitions all around the world, including some in Singapore, Amsterdam, China. The list is endless. He has been honoured in 2019 by China CCTV as the I Ching Gold Medal Master Award, among numerous other awards that put Master Yun on the top of the Feng Shui painting scene. He uses traditional and modern techniques and a very unique style, which we will look in later on the episode. So, a bit more about the series. Behind me, there's 2 paintings from the series. We'll go in a bit more detail about them. And again, this is the series that was part of the first and only art exhibition on the Great Wall of China. We're going to be looking at this beautiful location, as well as Master Yun's paintings, and the links between artwork, beautiful architecture, and food. So now, I want to focus a bit more on the paintings and Master Yun's use of traditional, modern, and unique techniques. Let's focus on FSC 059. The title of this beautiful piece is Longevity of a Crane. Now, when we think of longevity, we think about long lasting. How long will it last? So in terms of prosperity, flourishing, the idea of a crane being longevity and providing that, that's what they represent. So if a crane represents longevity, having a piece of this collection will represent longevity in your life, in your house, in your business, and make it very prosperous. The way we link this to where we are, this beautiful setting, Hampton Manor, longevity is in the word. Hampton Manor, it's a very old building. It's been here for many a year, and as I said, once owned by Sir Robert Peel. So we're looking at the longevity of Hampton Manor. The same way we look at longevity of a crane. Hampton Manor, although it's traditional, it's an old building, we still appreciate the amazing architecture, the traditional techniques used, but they've brought it into a modern surrounding, a modern environment. Although keeping the core of traditional buildings here and the beautiful estate around, we have modern restaurants all over the grounds and a modern approach to service and the hotel, but keeping a traditional manor at sense. Now we look at that within Master Yun's painting. FSC 059, Longevity of a Crane. So when we focus on it, we want the longevity of the painting, of course. Master Yun's use of 24 karat gold on dongba paper ensures the longevity of the painting itself. Longevity, gold, they go hand in hand. Gold has always been treasured for as long as we can look back, as long as history lets us remember. So that's why Master Yun uses it in his paintings. Not only is it very unique to his style of painting, it also shows the prosperity, the longevity of the painting. Now, as we focus a bit more on the painting itself, we look how Master Yun's use layers of techniques, similar to that used in oil canvas paintings. Master Yun is from the East, obviously based in Singapore. It's not a traditional oil canvas painting that we're looking at here today, but Master Yun has took these techniques and built them into his own style. Again, representing his uniqueness, where it cannot be matched anywhere else in the world. And again, as we look at this series, bringing the world together, bringing you from the UK, the links between Singapore, and we look at the link between traditional and modern, and this is what Master Yun combines and brings into all of his paintings. So here, we're going to look at another painting now. The dragon soars and the crane flourishes. This piece is FSC 103. Again, we'll look at Master Yun's modern techniques. Similar to the painting we just looked at, he's used layers, same as the oil canvas paintings, but in a more traditional, unique style to Master Yun. I want to touch a bit more on traditional. Since we're in a very traditional UK manor house setting on beautiful land, let's look at the traditional uses of techniques in Master Yun's paintings. We're looking now at calligraphy. Chinese calligraphy is renowned worldwide. And a very traditional technique that Master Yun uses is the use of black pine soot as the black ink. That's what you can see here. In the calligraphy strokes, on both paintings, it uses black pine soot ink, a very traditional method. Now, where's the modernness? Where is the modern in Master Yun's paintings? If you're familiar with traditional Chinese paintings, they are not as vibrant. They don't burst off the page as much as these do. Master Yun uses a variety of colours. The gold, the silver, the yellow, the red, it's all very unique to Master Yun's style and not the traditional Chinese paintings you see. The pages are full. There's no blank white spaces, it's full. And this again refers to flourishing, longevity, power, wealth and prosperity. 24 karat gold leaf is used across Master Yun's paintings, including both of them behind me. You can literally see 24 karat gold within both paintings. As we look further into the collection and the use of modern techniques, Master Yun actually uses laurent-perrier champagne within the paintings. By adding ink and colours to the champagne, he then bursts it over each painting, making them very unique and very individual. Master Yun is the only person in the world that uses such techniques in his paintings. And as we talk about this amazing collection, we talk about some of the collectors of the collection, including the managing director of laurent-perrier champagne itself, hence the link and why Master Yun uses them within his paintings. Not only that, we have the director of the Louvre Museum, as well as the Cambodian royal family among these collectors. And you, there at home, as you watch this, as you admire these paintings, it could actually become part of your own personal collection. A very unique collection to say that you own in your home the first and only ever art exhibition to be held on the Great Wall of China. It's a piece of history in itself, and it's, as we talk about longevity of the paintings and longevity and prosperity within your life, that is what it brings to you, and that's what Master Yun does so uniquely, so traditionally, but also in a modern sense. So here at Hampton Manor in this beautiful setting, I want to focus on another one of Master Yun's Fengshui paintings from this incredible collection. What we're looking at here is FSC 188, titled Dragon Crane. Now, the title Dragon Crane is synonymous with Chinese culture. Dragons and cranes, always relevant in Chinese paintings. Now, obviously, you cannot see an image of a crane or a dragon within this painting. What you do see is traditional Chinese calligraphy. The reason I wanted to talk about this particular painting on its own is because not only is it one of my favourites in the collection, I feel it really highlights, also in a simplistic way, what Master Yun does in the paintings. The use of traditional techniques in calligraphy, we can see no problem. The use of 24 karat gold is obvious in this painting. Dongba paper, traditional Chinese paper. But what we're looking at is the modern side of this painting. This isn't a traditional Chinese painting. Sticks, lines, blank spaces, white, black, few colours. This is vibrant. It almost pops off the page. When you think of dragons, you think of cranes, you think of prosperity, mystical creatures, celestial beings almost. And that's what Master Yun shows when he produces these paintings. This is not a painting that you just walk by and not notice. It leaps off the page to you. It presents itself to you as a standout piece of art form, unmatched by many other artists. Arguably no artist can produce what Master Yun produces. The way he thinks, his knowledge and his experience shine through, particularly for me, on this painting. A unique thing about Master Yun's painting is that actually under UV lights, they completely change. It's a completely different image. So as we focus on that, I touched on celestial beings earlier. Now, what I want to think about is the balance between heaven and earth. When we think of mystical creatures, celestial beings, dragons and cranes fit perfectly into this. As we move forward, under UV lights they change, and this represents the heavenly bodies, the celestial beings, almost a different world, a mystical place and a magical place, which is what Master Yun incorporates into these paintings, linking the traditional, the modern. So the modern use of UV paints, not found at all in traditional Chinese paintings, but we focus again on the dragons and the cranes, traditional hallmarks of Chinese culture and Chinese history and Chinese artwork. So, one last look at FSC 188 Dragon Crane. I just want to focus one more on just the modern techniques. As I said, this painting, it means a lot to me. I think it's incredible. The use of colours, greens, yellows, golds, reds, black, it's vibrant, it pops off the page, and it's not a traditional Chinese painting, it's not traditional techniques, but you still get the feel of China from it. The traditional calligraphy, it's there, you know where this has come from, you know Master Yun's inspiration, but in a way that we look at artwork, you have to put your personality, you have to put your stamp on it. And I think this painting, personally for me, is exactly what Master Yun has done. It's an incredible showcase of what he's able to do, what he can create and how his mind works. A beautiful painting, matched by a beautiful setting. Hampton Manor, this incredible 45-acre estate, a hotel, currently hosts 2 incredible renowned restaurants with one more about to open. And what a better place to showcase Master Yun's very unique, traditional and inspirational artwork. I want to say thank you from here in Birmingham at Hampton Manor for joining me for this amazing series, this amazing episode, and I hope you really enjoyed it. You're inspired by Master Yun's paintings, you're encouraged to look further into what he does, and who knows, you could have part of this collection at your home for yourself, a piece of history in your own home to bring you prosperity, to bring you elegance, and to brighten your future. The warmth, the vibrance that you get from these paintings, the traditional and modern, the links, the worldwide links throughout artwork, throughout food, throughout architecture, throughout culture, it's all linked. And at a time during a pandemic where the world feels quite separated and quite far off for everyone, we use small pieces like this, artwork, food, to bring people closer together, to unite the world in what is a very difficult time for us. And as we look at artwork, that can do it for us. So I want to say a huge thank you for joining us on this episode from here, Hampton Manor, just on the outskirts of Birmingham. I hope to see you soon in the next episode. Thank you very much.
The Art Beyond Museums series and Master Yun Longzi's Fengshui art are proud to be sponsored by laurent-perrier. For 200 over years, laurent-perrier has not worked with any other artist before. When you purchase a piece of Feng Shui art exhibited in this Art Beyond Museums series, you will also be getting a complimentary set of 5 different specially selected cuvées of laurent-perrier champagne: the La Cuvée, the Cuvée Rosé, Brut Millésime, Demi-Sec Harmony, and the Cuvée Grand Siècle, so that you can enjoy the taste of elegance while basking in the prosperity of Master Yun's Feng Shui paintings and calligraphies. Cheers to prosperity and elegance.